Welcome, 108 Gate, and we are here preparing, studying for the Divine Masculine reading. There is a definite fork in the road, shall we say. There's a feeling of you can either go this way or that way. You can either argue or have peace. You can either panic or be calm. You can either prepare or be unprepared or disorganized. So it really is a very strong energy of shifting the way you are able to do things. So we have a lot of influences right now in the media and books and self-help, this, that and the other, around changing your mindset, changing your patterns, changing your habits. The feeling is that right now there's so much energy supporting a shift and change that it could happen sooner than you think. It can happen sooner than we realise sometimes. So realisation, the answer is here, take heed, is simply, on some level, for some things, deciding that this is what I'm going to do for my betterment, for self-improvement, for a better lifestyle, for a higher quality standard of living. And it's not that it's going to happen instantly, it's that you are taking decisive action. You are being decisive in your mind and facing in that direction to take on that challenge, to take on that journey. Very strong, courageous, bold, adventurous, masculine energy. Enthusiasm. The best can be here, believe it. Exactly what I'm saying. The most part is get your mindset, get your mind, get your thought patterns, get your conviction, get your attitude, your beliefs, your values realigned, reshuffled where they need to be in alignment with your higher potential. Now, this is a fabulous time to be utilising your tools to do that. This is for sure quantum moments. Self-acceptance, accepting where you are, accepting where your potential is, and then going for it. There's no space for the false humility here. It's about being genuinely, sincerely in tune with yourself, and you giving yourself the chance to be more. Not waiting for someone else's permission, not waiting for someone else's approval. You literally get the insight. You're so much more. The answers are there for those who look. So you've got to be willing and able to look for it yourself. Because when we wait for permission from others, we might not ever get it. In fact, when we look for permission from others, they may intentionally, I'm not saying everyone, they may intentionally withhold that permission, knowing that they have that hold of you, over you. It may not even be consciously aware that they have that hold of you, over you. It's that it's they can sense that you are waiting for something and say, well, if I don't say yes, I just ignore what they're asking for, then they can't really go ahead because they're waiting for my approval. I don't give approval, therefore can't go ahead. It's like the red tape of emotions, of being. Right, so you've got the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands on 9 of Coins, 9 of Pentacles. Interesting. It's like the Knight is carrying a certain load, but because it's under him, it's not visible, it's not known. It's like if the undercurrent, it's like it's the ground on which the Knight is trotting, walking, adventuring. But this feels secret. That's a very distinct energy. It feels secret. It feels like it's only known to the Knight of Wands, that it's there. There's a sense of knowing now, knowing better that I don't need to be seeking approval from people. I don't need to be telling them what I do have and don't have, because if you, in the past, you've told people what you have, and you can feel that they're tugging at it, or there's jealousy, or there's an aspect of them coming to, will give me something. You got more than enough there. They don't know your long-term plan. They don't know for your long-term plan. Just as an example, if you're planning for retirement, half of that needs to go to retirement. Another part needs to go to children's education. Another part needs to go for your education, or what it is, whatever it is, your investment for your security. And people see as in like, oh, you've got a mountain of money, or you've got a mountain of resources, you've got a mountain of opportunities, you should be sharing it with me. Not necessarily. You're doing the work to get that. You've done the work to get that. You're the one who's bringing it forward and paying it forward to be giving it in kind as well. So you're being rewarded for your kindness and your contributions in the past. It's going to build up, especially if you're the kind of person who hasn't really received much in the way of repayment or payment for what you've been doing. If you've been doing things and you're like, no, it's all right, just pay me next week, and then you don't get paid next week, and then you use another person, oh, I'll help you, and then you go above and beyond, and you've been a bit, let's say it's just left your pool a bit dry. Now you might find you've got this opportunity with all this. As you feel more into your higher potential, you'll be given the rewards that you were deserving of, but you didn't accept or allow yourself to receive before. So Knight of Serpents, Knight of Coins, he's stepping forward. So the Knight of Wands doing this thing, making sure, right, I'm aware that I'm active, I'm aware that I'm being proactive, I'm aware that I'm being courageous, I'm aware that I'm going to some territory that some would not dare to go. I'm aware that I'm willing to step forward. I'm aware that I'm willing to do these things for my self-improvement, for my higher quality lifestyle, for higher standard of living. And it may not be that you have to do much more. It may be that you already have. You're comfortable. But the thing is, that comfort can be increased with knowing, feeling, believing, trusting you're worthy of it. And kind of taking that moment to sit, like I've seen someone in a nice, plump, cosy armchair, sitting in the armchair and saying that, yeah, I deserve to be sitting here with this comfort, in this comfort. And then from there, knowing that you're going to be able to achieve so much more. You can help others in a different way. Not because you're supposed to and you have to, but because it becomes a natural, organic way of identifying who will sincerely benefit from your attention and the help, and those who are just basically taking off you, taking resources, draining you, and not doing their own work to actually utilise what you've just offered them and given them. Investing not only in just yourself, but the correct people. So there you go, wheel, moving that wheel forward as you're moving into the area of accepting, I am worthy of receiving good, I have worked to receive good. It just starts making more logical sense. It's not even a question then of but I didn't do this, and self punishment and all that stuff. All that goes, self punishment goes, the self-sacrificing, all that stuff goes. As that goes, you become stronger in your values, stronger in your worth, stronger on your path, knowing that you're worthy and you're able to carry this, you're able to protect it, you're able to sustain what you are building. So you have Seven of Wands again. It's interesting because the 5 and the 7, the swords and the wand, they keep kind of changing as if the swords are wands and wands are swords. Like they keep changing. They're going back into the same mode of there is some conflict. There is an aspect of needing to sort some things out. So what's interesting is I'm seeing it as a 7 of wands. Sorry, 7 of swords. And I'm also seeing the 8 of swords. So the 8 of swords is usually some kind of situation you may have got yourself into, or you're keeping yourself in, or some kind of feeling stuck, some kind of entrapment, or you may be looking for a solution out of it. So the Seven of Swords, it feels like, but it is Seven of Wands. It feels like a blunt object. So the swords are there and they would hurt someone. It doesn't mean that the wands can't hurt someone. So someone's actions that have hurt you in the past, that are behind you, it feels like they're just really elusive, like they're hanging in the subconscious, they're hanging in the unconscious, they're hanging like hooks, keeping you from going forward. These things need to be dealt with, and the thing is, the more you go here, the less grip these things will have. So if it is people trying to smack you down, trying to smack you at the ankle and push you down, whatever it is, metaphorically or energetically, or even physically, some people, and if they're trying to hold you back, they're trying to keep that conflict going, so you keep looking back, this is a really good time to let that go. I'm going to get a oracle card for that because it's really strong. Be free of this conflict. Be free of the keeping you back, holding you back. You know what you're walking on. It's like, no, there has to be a barrier there. Just keep going that way. The more you go stronger into this one, and you're strengthening your enthusiasm, you're strengthening your realization of what you can do, you're strengthening your self-acceptance. This all in turn strengthens your insight of where you could be heading, what you're worthy of. So this is Temperance, right? So when this find balance and be centered, so when this is coming in, this is at the beginning of the reading, very same energy, similar energy. So it felt like you had to like steady yourself as you were going along the path. So the masculine, divine masculine energy, knowing that you're not fully free of a lot of these things, but at the same time you are free of a lot of these things. So you're part way along the journey, part way along the thing, and understanding that as you evolve and progress, there are other versions of things that you have to overcome. That's the nature of the thing. So being more savvy, being more aware, being more in your self-acceptance. Don't let that be moved. Don't let it be, what's the word trying to come through? Don't waver on that. Be solid. Being solid as the Knight of Wands, as the Knight of Coins, with this foundation that you're building in security and safety to make sure that you are moving in the correct direction. So here, when these things come in, remembering to stay still. This used to happen before, and this is what the outcome was. Why they're doing it, is it important for me to know? If I need to know, I'll be shown why they're doing it. Therefore, it can help me and liberate me from it even quicker, easier. But no backtracking, no looking back to see why, what they're doing, or this, that and the other. Just sensing it. I recognise this. They did this last time. The result was me being delayed 10 years in this project. The result was me losing out on a particular opportunity. I'm not going there again. That can go. I'm heading in this direction towards my opportunities, towards the direction that I need to go for myself. So we're going to get one more because it's quite strong. Communication. So listen and speak with greater care. Not divulging information about where you're heading. Not divulging any kind of details or things like that. There may be certain people who, they get you talking. So when you're trying to do something and you're wanting to just keep going, you don't want to focus on other things. You just want to focus on where you're heading. And there's those people that keep you talking, or they just get you stuck in a loop of like talking about negative things, or they're just constantly talking about what's going wrong in their life, and you get stuck in that. Not then having the amount, like it just reduces the amount of energy you have to go forward with enthusiasm. You've just cut 20 minutes out of your time of going forward because someone kept you stuck in a conversation or going backward. Just literally being so precise and savvy with your time, energy, effort, and that right now, and your focus, because it's a really, really sensitive and powerful alignment. Having said that, let's look at the chart a second. So we have the Sun, 5 degrees Sagittarius, so definitely stepping up that moving forward. We've got the Archer, the Sagittarius, the Archer that goes off into adventures and kind of doesn't really pre-plan much in some instances. So just kind of going with the flow, going with the enthusiasm. Then we've got Moon 18 Gemini. So you've still got that thinking and communicating energy going there. So with Mercury in, with the Moon in Gemini and Mercury at 25 degrees Sagittarius, there is that feeling of momentum to communicate effectively and efficiently. Having said that, being savvy and making sure that you are communicating this important stuff to yourself first. Don't feel obligated to share all the details of what you're doing with others. That's going to hit home with some of you really strong. Don't feel obligated to have to share all your information, all the details about things with others. This may be a new concept for a lot of you. This may be a new way of practicing self-care, self-love for some of you. So really making sure that you're preserving and protecting yourself. You're having those boundaries there. And it may be that you have to do it gently and in a very organic, natural way, because you don't want to be drawing attention to you no longer wanting to talk about certain things. It's just simply as it's nothing untoward. It's simply as plain and ordinary as, I've just got stuff to do, I'm busy, and just let me get on with it. There's no malice, there's no ill feelings, there's nothing untoward about it. It's just simply wanting to do what you've got to do and getting on with it. Just knowing your path, knowing your mission, knowing your worth, knowing what you've got to do and getting on with it. So do that for yourself if that's what's necessary, with compassion for yourself, love for yourself, and let go of anyone else's judgment. Oh, you never have time for me anymore. Well, not really. No, I don't have time for what you do. I don't have time for your negativity. I don't have time for you belittling me. I don't have time for you just talking about the same crap over and over again. I don't have time for revisiting stuff that we can't change, because I'm focused on what I can change. I'm focused on encourage myself, encourage others that need encouragement, because I can. Forward movement, forward movement, forward movement. I'm going to get one more here because it's such a strong pull and tug. Endurance. Really, okay, so the more I'm focused here and the more I'm bringing in this awareness of it, what is happening here, just say, hold on, you can do this. So just really focus on going forward. They're going to pull, they're going to prod, they're going to really like, wait, talk to me, like nagging. Just let them get on with it. Somehow just tune out, somehow just refocus, really get your endurance. Hold on, you can do this. Get your endurance and really have this as the opportunity to push forward, and for long term have this capacity, have this ability, build the strength and the muscle in this ability to not be pulled back into other people's things and not to be focusing on other people's things, identifying that it's not mean, it's not being unkind, it's simply doing what you need to do. You've got much to achieve. Go on ahead and invest in that. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you got something from that. Like I said before, the monthly readings are up, so you can check that in the individual playlists, and I'm going to be doing the Divine Feminine reading next. So for now, all about you, correct direction. Till next time, peace and love.